Hey, you guys, thank y'all for popping in to Club Ritual. We talk about everything that's going on in pop culture, and I was checking myself out. I am glad to be back. Did we miss last week? No, we was here last week. But I got my unofficial co-host on the line with me, Mickey Jordan,
What's good with it?
Mr. Hide and Go Seek. Sometimes y'all see him on the show, and sometimes you don't. He ain't never coming on mine. He said he'd rather be uh uh old dude off of Charlie's Angels. And
Charlie.
Charlie, duh. That's another show where it'd be like somebody that you never know. Your ass gonna be Big Shirley on Martin.
Shit. Shit.
Oh man, you ready to get into some bull crap? Cause it's saying like the saga is just gonna continue to stack up. Y'all are I'm talking about.
Man, let's get down to it. Which let me make sure I got the right one in, because you'll send me some stuff because you ain't been on here. Is that
I
it?
some stuff earlier. Yeah. We gonna start with we got two Diddy subjects today.
Yeah, you do. He in the news, ain't he?
Well, y'all already been paying attention to the Diddies of them all. Well, 50 Cent with his petty self, Mr. Curtis Jackson, put in his bid and did a documentary actually about Diddy and the whole situation called Diddy Do It, which is so corny. But sold it to Netflix. Well, they're in a bidding war, but word on the street is that Netflix is going to go ahead and pick it up. Last week I actually watched a documentary by TMZ, and they kind of started their Diddy train or whatever, kind of basically just going over the raid, like the whole situation with the raid. Then they had Stevie J on there. He was commenting on certain things because I didn't know at first that Stevie J was actually there during the raid. And I wonder why they never put him on camera, because we seen the boys get escorted out the house and put in cuffs and stuff. But I never seen Stevie J get escorted out the house. But now that I think about it, I think he was at one of the other locations. Because didn't he have 3 locations that got raided that day, Mickey?
I'm not for sure. Don't let me lie to you.
I'm almost positive because he had one that was in Florida, one in New York, and I forgot where else. Good evening, Sandra. So, anyways, yeah, 50 Cent, he's so. Ugh. It's like I like him when it's like necessary to be petty.
He said it was 2 of them.
It was 2. Well, I thought it was 3. Well, 2, according to Sandra. So, yeah, I think Stevie was at one location. So he was basically kind of giving like his point of view of everything that happened. But child, I didn't get a picture or any kind of video because I don't want us to get tagged and taken down. But I know y'all seen the Diddy apology that popped out. I want to say Monday. That's been circulating, and everybody is speculating that Diddy has did the Russell Simmons route and went to Bali, and he's hiding because you know how the internet, they investigate, and they said the area that he was doing the recording at very similar to the same area that Russell Simmons records videos and post online. So they're thinking that he might be kind of ducked off in the same area as Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons actually put out a statement. I want to say, was it earlier today or yesterday? I don't know. My news days are cluttered, y'all, because I could cock so much crap over time. But anyways, Russell Simmons actually put out a statement stating that he plans to stay in Bali. He has no intent on bringing his butt back to America. He said he's been there for, I believe, about don't misquote me, but I think he said about 9 years. Something don't smell right. When something is going on and you just instantly go into hiding, I feel like it's something that he's trying to escape. And so Diddy is taking the same approach and obviously expressing kind of in a way expressing guilt, you know, without actually saying I'm guilty. And oh, wait, I'm missing the point too. Right after, no, we did report about the video last week. Did we report about the actual cast video?
Yes, man.
Okay, so yeah, so we're at the right spot. So we got that. Put the next Diddy post up while we going Diddy style right now, because I know I had a couple of them.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
There we go. Now let me bring y'all up to speed. So we had the apology video at the beginning of the week. Then we dwindled down to Thursday, and a model came out and accused him of drugging and sexually abusing her back in the 90s. And actually, I had a chance earlier while I was on break to read some of the court documents, and they were pretty detailed. Just to paraphrase a little bit, a young model that was getting into like fashion design and all that kind of stuff. I don't know how her and Diddy met, but it was kind of like in passing. He took an interest in her. They were hanging out with each other. She stated that he drugged her, had sex with her. She said she remembered pieces to that situation, but she was so drunk and under the influence to the point that she could not, say, hey, enough is enough. So she said that encounter happened. She woke up. Her body just didn't feel right. She actually over time saved the clothing that she had on from that encounter. Saving some clothes for 20 years, that's wild. But goes on to state that Diddy's child's mother, which is Kim Porter, actually joined in on an encounter that they had. And yeah, it's just the court documents is crazy. I hate to be one of those people that don't want to believe something, but you know how when something is just very detailed and you're just like, you got a very good imagination, or you should have been a screenwriter or something, because the detail that she puts into this situation, like she's telling the locations of when certain things happened, and she was even giving us year, like this happened in 98, this happened when he was with J-Lo, this happened then, this, like they had a nice little history. If anything that she's stating is true, they had a nice little history. You know what my guess is, and we shall see in the upcoming years or so. I feel like what Diddy's going to end up doing is settling with this little Rod dude, the originator of all this hoopla. I think that he's going to settle with him because it's a lot more details that are being brought to the forefront that were actually at first they weren't necessarily sealed, they just weren't publicized, as of yet, because they're still doing their investigation and stuff. And sometimes during court proceedings they don't put everything out there for public view. It's kind of like pieced out, because the Cassie video actually had been in the possession of the courts for a second, but it was just kind of like somebody ignorant self ended up leaking it out. So I really think that, and I might be wrong, I think that eventually Diddy's gonna have to it's gonna have to settle. Like, come on, you really cannot afford too much more damaging info coming out. But then at the same time, even if all this stuff was false, we still have such a bad taste in our mouth because of the video from last week. Like, even if you had a doubt about what was going on, that video sealed the deal. So I think he's going to end up settling. What you think, Mick?
You never know. His ass look like he gonna go to jail. I don't think they doing no selling unless he got a get out of jail free card. He got something on them. His ass is grass.
Well, but you got to understand, a lot of these cases that's popping up are civil. So,
Yeah, you got a point.
yeah, he hasn't been charged for anything as of yet. All these situations are civil cases. So, and see, that's my thing too. Statute of limitation has been met for the situation with Cassie that we all seen on the video footage. So, you know what sucks though? The fact that he allegedly, I would say allegedly, paid that hotel to not public put out that video to the public. So the statute of limitations was just met in March, and that pops up out of nowhere. So now the police, the New York police say they can't prosecute him for that particular situation. It's it makes me wonder how much more money you've shelled out to protect your ass in this situation. Because I've seen one site said 50K. I've seen another site say 500K for that video. That's a lot of money to be shelving out to clean up your mess. Well, that's rich people problems for you, because baby, if I got 50K, I sure like giving it to a hotel. I'm just gonna say that's AI. I'm gonna say something. Oh man. And you know what's so damaging about that whole situation? Remember when he came out with that statement right after the situation with Cassie kind of settled down a little bit? He came out with a statement that, you know, everybody's basically lying on him, paraphrasing, but everybody's basically lying on him, and the courts will figure it out, and you'll see the truth is gonna come out. And then that video comes out. But anyways, enough. We'll keep y'all posted, because y'all man's making a fool out of himself. If he had any kind of great legal team and a publicist that was worth a damn, somebody would have to take over his social media, like, for good. That popping up and I want to defend myself, you making yourself look worse, because you're trying to clean up a stain that's already stuck in the car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, what's next on the list?
Bam.
Child, I seen this on TGI Fridays, or whatever you call that show, with Claudia Jordan and Al Reynolds. And I wanted to report on this because it's not being publicized at all. I don't even know how they found this story. So, a young Asian fellow had a iPhone. He lost the iPhone, and he used the Find My Phone feature that's on all the iPhones. So the feature kind of malfunctioned a little bit, and it pinned it at a house that happened to have a couple and their 3 children. He went to their house, asked if the phone was there, and they're like, "What are you talking about? Like, what phone?" And you know how when you are looking for your phone on the app, anybody that knows anything about it knows that it's not going to put the exact, just like, this is where it's going to give you like a little surrounding area of it. So it could have been the house next door, either side. It could have been anywhere other than exactly in that house. You know what I'm saying? And so he went and actually knocked on these people's door, and they're like, "Ain't no damn phone over here." This man took it upon himself to light their house on fire and killed everyone in that home, because they had bars and all that stuff, security on their windows, so they couldn't get out. Over an iPhone.
Damn, that's cold blooded.
Yeah, and I like that they were bringing up the subject of, you know how as of lately the administration has been putting like bills into place to protect Asian rights and, rights against bullying Asians and all that kind of stuff. But it's the simple fact that the whole situation is turned around, and it's a family of 5 Black people, including infants, because I think they stated 2 of the kids were under a year. So it's kind of like, how people had kids back to back. And yeah. And we're like, so where's the smoke with this situation? Like, it's not being publicized on the news. I didn't see it on anything else. I didn't see it really circulating on social media like that. I just seen it on that show, and then I just so happened to do my research and actually dug up some more information about that. But you don't see it on the world news. You don't see it on local news, and it's just sad because you can kind of see that it's just like, oh, it's just 5 people. They all right, they Black. Who cares? Good riddance. That's really how I feel that the news cycle is treating this story. So rest in peace to that family. But and this is the kicker. Your guy is facing up to 60 years. Up to 60 years. So it's not even a guarantee that he's going to get what we think he should get. I want life without the possibility. I want him to sit and suffer for the rest of his life. He does not to be. He don't need to be out here with us. If you setting the house on fire because you think somebody stole your phone, ain't no telling what else he would have done later on down the line. Like, come on now, a person like that obviously is mentally just not in a good spot. And why would you need somebody like that possibly getting back into society? Now, granted, he's I believe he's a young teenage guy, or he might be close to his 20s. He's very young. He might have a chance of being out later in life, but at the same time, does he deserve it? I think the hell not.
You're right on that.
Yeah, so I think they're starting to do some kind of set up some kind of protest in that area regarding that situation. So we'll keep you guys posted to see if they give us any updates of what's going on. So what's next on the list, McDowell?
There you
go. This shit pissed me off. So look, y'all gonna hate me. Y'all gonna hate me real good. Y'all might even really agree with my opinion. But Apple Music came out with their list of the 100 top albums of all time. They gave the number 1 spot to The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. All right, I'm gonna give y'all my honest opinion. I was a young teenage girl when that album came out, and as any parent would, my pops went to what's that store that's closed now? Nick's over there on
Nick's.
Went, bought the album for me, brought it back to the crib, gave it to me. Yeah, look, I bought the album for you. And I'm excited because I'm like, well, at the time, Lauryn Hill was the biggest thing smoking. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I skipped so many of those damn songs on that album. A lot. You can tell sometimes when people make some decent songs and then they throw those what they call filler songs in. They just there to be there. I ain't no big hippie and all that kind of shit. So that's how I feel. She back at that time, all them, they call them tree huggers. That type of music. That wasn't my flavor back then. It still ain't. I like neo soul, but when it just be yeah. So for her to get the number 1 spot, everybody was saying they felt like Thriller should have probably been number 1.
We're in different generation and time. Thriller was back early 80s. And this as the present generation, Lauryn Hill.
But they saying of all time though. So I mean, if we go back, we gonna go back. Miseducation came out what 98, 99, something like that. So we talking about 25, maybe 26 years, something like that, give or take. If we can go back that far, we can go and hit that good old 40 pack and go and get that Thriller in the mix.
Yeah, it
We
is what it is.
And they was talking about like how many albums that, like just people period that were left off the list. They were discussing how they thought Nicki Minaj's first album should have been included in that list, which I definitely think so, because that was a very big I feel like when she came around, it was a big turn in music. It was something very, very different. A lot of people liked it, a lot of people didn't, but it was very different. And she had a lane that nobody else could say they were in. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that and Beyonce's Lemonade, I think, made number 10, which I skipped a lot on that album too. We was in the comments on IG on that particular post on Hollywood Unlocked. And when I tell you I ain't never seen so many people arguing about the CD in my life, I was liking comments. I didn't put what I wanted to put, but I just went ahead and just, when people was like, yeah, putting that at number 1 is a stretch, I definitely was liking those comments, because that album just it don't do it for me. Like, it's probably, I'll say, personal favorite will be like maybe about four songs that I would probably like really off that album, and that's really the ones that became mainstream. So the 2 that they play to death, the third one be Nothing Even Matters, and then what would the 4th one be? Oh, Zion. Other than that, that's 4 songs, because it's what That Thing, and then what's the other one that they played like mad? Oh my god, I can't think of it. Oh, Everything Is Everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, 4 songs. Other than that, well, I guess the intro song was kind of cute too. Still, I can think of other albums that I think could have been thrown in the mix as far as like some of the greatest albums of all time. Me personally, as a young girl, I needed my ass beat for listening to this, but I used to play the hell out of TLC Crazy Sexy Cool. I used to listen to that album from front to back. Actually, back then I had it in a cassette. So side A, listen to it, flip it over, do side B, rewind everything back, and it started all over again. So yeah, basically. So that's how it goes. That's my neighbor getting on my nerves, y'all. I'm outside and they actually see me on the phone recording. They still trying to flag me down. But anyway, yeah. I got a couple personal favorites that made the list that didn't. Mickey, you got any albums, not songs.
Nah, not really. I just like music in general. You get caught up in that. That's like, it's just opinion.
It is, but you know what though? On the flip side, they actually held a party for her yesterday, celebrating. So I mean, it's a win. You know what I'm saying? It's a win for women and Black women. So I mean, it's not an actual lose situation. I just think that it's other albums that should have even either been put in that spot or been put in consideration to even be on the list. Because it's a lot of albums that they were naming that just didn't make the cut. Anyways, what's next on
I got you.
Ugh. I seen this video too. Black people, y'all ignorant. And okay, let me just kind of start from the beginning. So, I forgot what airline it was. They was boarding the flight. Everybody sit down. You know when you get the exit row where you got all the nice, good foot room that's next to the door, the emergency door. Usually flight attendant comes up to somebody on that exit row, usually the person that's directly in the middle, not in the middle, but like the aisle seat. I'm tripping. The aisle seat. Like, hey, in case of an emergency, are you
It was from Frontier Airlines.
Huh?
Frontier Airlines.
No wonder. I got a story about Frontier. I ain't even going there, but because they just as bad as Spirit. Spirit be getting a rap, but Spirit is actually okay. So at this point in time, they ask her, hey, if something happens, will you be willing to assist the other people on the flight to get out this emergency door, since that's where you're sitting in front of the freaking door? So she got a peanut gallery next to her, so she looks at them and she says, well, I'm only saving myself. And they just sitting there cackling. Well, it's a requirement for that particular airline. It might be for every airline, but for that particular airline, they are required for you to give either a yes or a no. Not a joke. So they're asking her, hey, can you please give us, because sometimes they do audits, and that could have possibly been a audit that somebody was paying attention to. So the flight attendant is doing her job. Hey, will you give us a yes or will you give us a no? In case of emergency, will you be willing to help people out the door? She's still cackling with her homegirls. I told you, I'll go save myself. And so it actually got to the point that not only was the flight delayed, they had everybody get off the flight so the police could come and arrest this woman and take her off the plane. What charge she was given, I don't know. But two things could be right at the same time. I think they went a little bit overboard. They could have probably asked the person that was on the opposite side of the aisle row to help, but it might have been a requirement that it had to be that particular seat. So whatever. And then on the flip side, why black people? Why y'all gotta always do something extra? Like, it's just a yes or a no. Like, especially black women. I just got done complimenting one. Now I'm about to dog one out. We could be so ignorant at times, because that woman did the absolute most before she even got escorted off the flight, and they kept asking her, can you please just give us a yes or a no, because it's a requirement. She's on the phone. I need to go call my lawyer. I got to do this. I got to, like, I'm black, but sometimes I don't want to be around too many black folks because of stuff like that. Like, if that was my homegirl, I probably would have said something like, sis, go ahead, just say yes or no so we can go about our business. Like, the people on the flight were pissed, understandably. Yeah, black folks, y'all just ignorant. I can't stand y'all sometimes. Mickey, if you was on that flight, would you have said something to that lady? Because when I tell you,
if I wasn't cool with her, if it was my friend or somebody, I'd have been like, just say yes and no, switch out, and left it at that.
She caused such an uproar on the flight. Like, people were like, come the fuck up. Just say yes so we can go. I gotta get my lawyer. So yeah, they made everybody get off the flight. I probably would have accidentally hit her in the back of the head when I was getting off the flight. Like, you know how you got your baggage and you trying to get it from the overhead, you just knocking it, pop her with the bag real quick. My bad, bro. Cause that's just so ignorant. Black people. Anyways, yeah, if y'all got time, go on YouTube, check out the video. Like I said, I didn't want to play it because I don't know how much we could play without getting flagged. So, just go check it out. What's next on the list, Mick Dog?
This one right here.
Oh man, this broke my heart. And actually, it should actually be a testament to how bad fast food is. Anybody from about 20 years ago, I think it's a little bit older than 20 years ago. I would want to say, like, from maybe somewhere around 03-ish, something like that. A movie came out, for those that remember, called Super Size Me. And then he actually had a part 2 where he went on a month binge of eating McDonald's and he showed what that did to your body. I remember seeing that man driving and was eating a sandwich and had to pull over to throw up. Like his body just was. Remember, did you watch that movie, Mick?
Supersize Me, yeah.
Did you see like at the end when he was just so bloated and,
Mm-hmm.
and he wasn't a big guy at all. And like just seeing that transformation of his body in a month span, a month to gain that much weight, that's really not a long time at all.
Mm-hmm.
And he packed on the pounds. I'm talking about, I remember his face just being just so huge and his neck and everything else. Well, he had cancer. They didn't specify what type of cancer, and he passed away at age 53. And a lot of people in the comments were saying like they think that he never really like recovered from that situation. Do you think, because it's been like what, about 20 years, it had to be probably past that?
I don't know. I mean, anything possible. When they say cancer, you never know.
I truly think from him doing that binge for that month, I really think that it did something to his body that he could have never purge from. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. And like I said, that should be some kind of testament to everybody that's listening. And that's even paying attention to his death, that, hey, we got to do better about what we put in our bodies, because even from that movie, it was so disgusting what it did to him. Like, I'm going to have to watch that when I go back in the house. But yeah, it was kind of crazy, like how his body just changed that quick. Like a month is not that long, and he gained hella weight.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
He did. Anything else on the list?
That was it.
That was it.
That's it.
Oh, snappily, dude, that was it. I'm sitting outside in the car. I left my my mount at work for my phone, so I wanted to come out and get some of this sunlight, a little bit of it. But the sun started going down as soon as we started recording. I'm gonna start recording outside until I get my green screen, y'all. Yes, I got a green screen coming. Now I'm gonna have the background with my, my signature and all that stuff. It's gonna be cute.
Gotcha.
And y'all gonna get some more content out of me. I'm trying to set up some things where y'all get some pre-recorded content. I'll let Mickey do whatever he want to do to it and start posting it on the company page and all that kind of stuff. But y'all stay tuned. I got a lot in the work. I'm dog tired from even preparing for certain things. I got some details about an event I'm doing with my company out at the state capitol in Lansing on the 29th, I believe. So we got big things going on. Big things. But Mick Dog, what we got on the list for tomorrow? I already know what it is, but you gotta
Tanya show tomorrow, then we're gonna be in the clubhouse. But I'm finna get up here because Anna from DC in town, so she been there, so I'm finna go meet them up at Dinks and stuff as soon as we can get up out of here.
Oh, y'all about to get back on Clubhouse
tomorrow.
I'm a come and eavesdrop, because last time I popped in, I if y'all was in person, y'all probably would have threw hands. So I'm gonna pop through and eavesdrop, but I can't even eavesdrop because as soon as I pop on, y'all see that big pink picture come on, y'all like, oh, Ashley. I'm like, oh shit, let me pop back out.
Got it.
You can't sneak in the clubhouse. They go ahead and throw your picture in there like, hey, look who's here.
For sure.
No, but it's pure comedy, you guys. If y'all don't have nothing going on tomorrow, it's at 8.
Yeah, 7:30. Yeah, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock to 12.
Wait, hold the fuck on. So y'all be on there until 12?
Yeah, I'll be off at 11.
No wonder why y'all be on there getting turned. People been getting their Eric Mays on in the background with they what he used to drink. Lord Jesus. Mm-hmm. His wine in the background, the Shutter House. Everybody getting their sip on. It's 8 to 12. That's a long time.
Yeah, I mean it is what it is. I do it for the fans, so you know.
Child, let me tell y'all something. I'll be asleep at 9:26.
Mm.
So y'all better get y'all questions in for about an hour. And I'm going ahead and go to sleep on y'all. See, I be having to get up early, so my days sleep
Oh crap!
and Mickey over there dropping everything. But anyways, you guys pop in for Burns tomorrow and Clubhouse tomorrow night.
And
And
Sunday is Sister Muhammad.
and Sunday is Sister Muhammad. That's it on Sunday?
That's it.
Okay. Well, y'all, thank y'all for popping in. I appreciate y'all. And you know, I try to come in every single week. Sometimes stuff happen where I be looking like Kanye in the face because I'll be glad when I get my veneers so I ain't gotta be doing all this dental work. I'm about to go get the biggest ones I can find too. I want the chiclets.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, you guys, we'll see y'all tomorrow for all the hoopla and for Tanya Burns. So peace. See you next week.
Peace.